Rhode Island's governor says club patrons never had a chance against a fast-moving fire. The head of arms inspectors gives Iraq a deadline to destroy its missile stash. And when you get an illegal bind, you can be your own dream team by going online. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get right to our top story. Members of the band Great White and owners of a Rhode Island nightclub are disagreeing about whether the band had permission to use fireworks during their show. 96 people died when those fireworks set the club ablaze Thursday night. The death toll may reach triple digits. About 187 people have been treated at hospitals. Many are in critical condition, and authorities say the fire engulfed the wooden building in less than 3 minutes. At a news conference on Friday night, the governor said authorities are taking new preventative steps.
I am concerned about other situations like this that might exist around the state. So the fire marshal is in the process of putting out instructions to all the deputy fire marshals around the state in different communities to assess what we're going to call target hazards. Those are situations, you know, older buildings where we know this kind of event is going on, and make a quick assessment of those hazards and then do an inspection. And we'll do it on a priority basis. I want to make sure that what we saw here does not happen again.
The 60-year-old wooden building appears to have pretty much been up to code. It passed a fire inspection less than 2 months ago. Due to the building's size, though, sprinklers were not required, and the club did have 4 exits. Now, the fire chief also said the club had a working fire alarm system, working fire extinguishers, and properly lit exit signs.
A local cameraman from CNN affiliate WPRI was there for a story on nightclub safety. Something that was destined to show up in one local broadcast became national news. And a simple night of work in just a matter of seconds became a night of terror. Brian Butler now as he saw it.
I just saw the pyrotechnics start, so I started rolling. Then I noticed when the pyro stopped, the flame, it's kept going on both sides. And then on one side, I noticed it come over the top, and that's when I said, I have to leave. People stood and watched it, and some people backed off. When I turned around, some people were already trying to leave. And others were just sitting there going, yeah, that's great. And I remember that statement because I was like, this is not great. This is time to leave. There was no way to stop the fire once it started. No one had water. The crowd was at least 10 or 12 deep from where I was. At first, there was no panic. Everybody just kind of turned. Most people still just stood there. In the other rooms, the smoke hadn't gotten to them. The flame wasn't that bad. They didn't think anything of it. Well, I guess once we all started turned toward the door and we got bottlenecked into the front door, people just kept pushing, and eventually everyone popped out. That's when I turned back. I went around back. There was no one coming out the back door anymore.
Anybody inside?
I kicked out a side window to try to get people out of there. One guy did crawl out. I went back around the front again.
Come here.
That's when you saw people stacked on top of each other trying to get out of the front door. And by then, the black smoke was pouring out over their heads, out the side windows on the other side. A lot of people did get out. The majority, I would say, got out. But to see people stacked on top of each other and others heroically jumping in and trying to pull them off the top, out of the bottom, trying to push people back just enough to get someone loose. Every life was important to everybody there.
Ahead on Newsnight, we will take a look at some of tomorrow's papers.
30 seconds before there was flames. They were rolling in back of you as you were moving.
Who's to blame for the concert fire at a Rhode Island nightclub, and what changes are needed to make sure it doesn't happen again?
Good evening, friends. I'm Dave Ward. Gina Gaston is on maternity leave.
And I'm Melanie Lawson. Tonight, the death toll stands at 96 people. The band Great White was on stage at that club when they set off a fireworks display. It caused a fire which quickly spread, leading to total panic.
People were here to dance and enjoy themselves. Somebody made a decision to put off these pyrotechnic displays, and that started the fire. Okay? It didn't need to happen. Shouldn't have happened.
Some of the victims were trampled to death near the club's front door. About 150 people are in the hospital tonight. The band says it has permission to set off those fireworks, but the club's owners say that's not true.
This tragedy has people all across America rethinking safety measures at nightclubs. Eyewitness News reporter Ted Oberg standing by live at a popular Houston concert venue with more on our top story. Ted?
Dave, we're at Fitzgerald's in the Heights. You're looking at the view from one of the 5 fire exits from this place. This club is all wooden, so definitely between the people that run this club, the people who play here, and the people who come here to listen to music, what happened last night in Rhode Island is certainly on their minds. And it was definitely on the band's minds as they were getting ready for the show tonight.
It's important to realize that you're having a good time, but also remember that, there's a danger involved, and I think this is going to, turn a lot of heads.